What is it with you and the spray paint today, Phil? You're feeling so.
It's the easiest way to get things on somebody.
I don't know about that. I might have to disagree with that, but yeah, now
Why did that
I'm
sound
close.
like
Woo.
personal experience? Like you were like, believe me, I've tested the product. It's the easiest to get on.
There are much
somebody.
easier ways to apply
I was
paint.
the kid when I was watching Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Welcome to Keepin It Real Estate, the #1 podcast talking about real estate news and all of the things that a new home buyer may need. Walking through insurance, mortgage, title, and of course, every step of the home buying process. So we're going to go ahead and let the gang introduce themselves, starting with Loyal, if you want to get us started.
Howdy, this is Loyal Frisbee Residential Realtor coming at you live from my bedroom because we have people drilling up concrete wall right now. That was hard to say. And below me, my homeboy, Phil Young.
Yes, I am below Loyal. This is Phil Young. I am a personal lines insurance agent here in Gainesville, Florida, coming to you live from my home office, thanks to Loyal and Kristen. And now, I'm going to introduce Kristen.
Other way.
Hey, Phil. Kristen Little from Christoring Mortgage, your residential mortgage specialist in the state of Florida. Thank you, guys. I'm actually working at my real office today. It's nice here.
Lucky.
It's quiet.
Lucky, right?
Crystal.
Hey, I'm Crystal Curran with Alachua Title. I don't know, you don't care that I'm with Alachua Title. Your title agent servicing the state of Florida. And then Alex.
What's up, guys? Alex from Empower Media, producer / director / helping y'all out. These incredible individuals, right, doing all the work. I just get the pleasure of putting it all together in post, as they say. On episode 3 already we're on, guys. Woo! That's awesome. Super excited. So let's go ahead and get this show started, right? Lo, you want to introduce the first segment, or you want me to, or how do we want to do this?
No, I'm good. This is my specialty. This is called Dad Joke Section. And here's my contribution. What do we want? Low-flying planes. When do we want them? Meow.
Okay.
Ding, 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 ding. That gets 2 thumbs up for me, for sure.
And Loyal, I have to tell you, I'm just impressed with how deep you go with your character work. Like, you commit 110%, and I'm a huge fan of that.
Thanks, buddy. I only had 100, but Crystal told me I could borrow 10, so thanks, Crystal.
3% down, though. Alex, you said you had one, right?
Yeah, for sure. I was gonna wait, but I am excited. So I came prepared this week. Last week I didn't have one. Okay, everyone ready?
Yes.
What does a baby computer call its father?
Data.
Man,
What?
how you gonna just take my thunder in my show?
Like you
like
asked
that?
me a question.
All right, yeah.
I don't know.
It's data. It's data. That's correct. You got it. Good job, Phil.
Man. All right.
He's just
Appreciate it. Thank
off
you.
the old block. Sorry.
Oh, so Crystal, Kristen, you have any?
Well, I got a question. Did you guys hear about the cheese factory that exploded over in Europe?
No.
Oh,
Debris was everywhere.
okay.
That was so cheesy. My God.
Ah, it's so cheesy.
Oh, wow.
Good.
Committed 100%. Crystal?
I don't have a joke. I have a story. So if you have a joke, you can go first.
Okay.
So
there are these 2 cows sitting in a pasture in England. And one cow was like, man, have you heard about this mad cow disease? I'm so worried about this. And the other cow was like, man, chill. I don't have to worry about this because I'm a helicopter.
Excellent.
That was good.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
All right, let's hear your story, Crystal.
So no dad jokes for me because obviously I'm not funny. So I was driving my teenage daughter and her friends to a volleyball lesson on Friday after work because I'm a freaking nice person. And on the way home, they decided to watch our podcast. My daughter also let me know that I am not funny. I'm the most socially awkward person she's ever seen, but everybody else is super funny. So it's still fun to watch. So I got to listen to that the whole way home.
I mean,
But we
Crystal,
had
you're the only
teenagers
one.
watching,
You're the
so-
only one that didn't have a dad joke today. So I don't know.
Not
Maybe
funny.
she's right.
I'll feed you in the private chat, and then you're like, "Oh, I got one."
But we do have teenagers watching our podcast. So, I mean, we're still
That's a
winning.
win.
I
It's
mean,
never-
They must love us.
What that
Never
is.
too
Hello,
young
Tim.
to learn about buying a home and all of the things there within, right? All the intricacies there within. If
you're
you look.
never too young to learn.
Never too young.
Well,
You're
if
too
it's-
young until you're 18, and then you can buy a home in the state of Florida legally.
Yeah, but they said on this podcast, you're never too young to buy a home.
Oh, you're never too young to learn. You are too young to buy a home. Although I have seen people put minors in title.
Crystal, read that joke. Crystal, read that joke.
Helping
You
you out.
guys make me say swear words.
No,
Two-
no, that's an actual word. I spelled it. You go ahead.
Two fish swim into a concrete wall. One turns to the other fish and says, "Damn."
Would not have been my choice of inflection used on that punchline personally, but pretty good. See,
Yeah, you've got to have like a Danny Glover like reading of that. Like, damn.
Yeah.
There you go.
Once again,
Exactly.
I'm not funny.
If
But
if
that's
I'm
what
being
Think about it. You're the best one here.
if I'm being honest, so I got my joke. I literally went to like I googled dad jokes or something, and it came. I know I'm so lame, guys. I know, but look,
But we can
I gotta
cheat
be
like that
honest.
because I get a Google
I gotta
joke
be
a
honest.
day on my phone.
How is that any
So-
different?
I cheated and I tested it on like 10 people around here. So
Guys, you're all
Okay.
fools. I've been eating nothing but popsicles and just reading off of the sticks the entire time.
Davis.
Chris, who gave you that joke?
What? Me?
Yeah, you said you asked everybody.
Oh yeah. Well, the internet gave me the joke and then I tested it.
Okay,
That got the most laughs.
well done.
Yeah.
I liked it. I thought it was funny. So do we
Well, that's good.
do we vote on a winner? I think I have my favorite personally. And I would like to say that I think Kristen's joke was the funniest. With the 1-2 punch with it's beautiful, beautifully crafted.
Even twice.
My
yes.
vote goes to Kristen.
Yeah, I'll agree. It was an all-around good
Only
joke
won something.
from start to finish.
Yeah, it was the double punchline that was.
I made up the second part myself. So
There we
That's
go.
because you're a fast thinker.
yeah.
Let's give her the cheddar this week.
I'll
way.
put like a little piece of cheese or something up, maybe something fun like that.
Right.
She's to the other way, Phil.
No, she's not.
No,
right
she's
here.
not.
Oh,
Loyal, you're all backwards, friend.
Kristen, is this still you?
There you go. She's far away. We're figuring it out. Maybe by episode 10 we'll figure it out, right?
Hey, did I hear a sound?
Oh, did you, Loyal?
I think I did. Was I the only one?
Bing, 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 bing. It's this week's Spin the Wheel of Knowledge. All right, y'all. So this week we have Kristen Little winning. And just to verify, she is on this wheel twice. So, odds makers, who do we think? Loyal, we'll start with you this week. How many spins?
2.
How many spins does it take to get to a crystal loom?
It takes
2? Okay. Crystal,
3.
3. Alex,
1.
1, 2, 3. Okay, and then I'm gonna go with 5.
No, you're not.
Kristen, what do you think?
Well, I suppose the natural selection would be 4.
Oh, but we shouldn't deal with natural selections,
Okay,
Kristen.
so 10. 10. We'll go with 10.
I hope it does. All right, go.
I hope it goes to 10. This is gonna be ridiculous.
I'm gonna edit it and post if it goes to 10.
All right,
Just
you
speed
ready?
us up.
One!
Not right. Not right.
This week's winner of the Wheel of Knowledge. All of a sudden now I have an ad on my phone. Get out of here. Nonsense. Well, who was it? It was Crystal, right?
No, what? No, I had
Who's
3.
won?
It was Alex.
Was that 2 in a row?
2 weeks in
for
a
you
row.
guys?
2 weeks in a row. And I'm not
Bro.
even editing it in post. I swear this is live. That's
Bro,
what,
this
they're
is-
gonna
this is
think
rigged.
they're gonna think that I'm going back after and putting in like I just changed it to say 1.
No. You see Alex's mouth move and it's like 1.
1. Yeah, exactly. No,
One.
this is live 2 weeks in a row. When it gets to 3, we'll start to, send the lawsuits in and everything. Start to question the results.
Fake news.
So what did I win?
You
right.
want a chance to talk about the topic this week. Come on down.
Well, I get to pick this week's topic. I think it'll be a good one, guys. Everyone, we're going to talk about some dirty words. Okay, not those kind of dirty words. Don't get your mind going there. Dirty words in our individual professional industries. Something that makes your skin crawl when you hear your customer say it. So I guess I'll start this one. When I have a customer that comes in, my dirty word is cash. Cold, hard cash. When a customer tells me they've got cash that they want to use for closing, literal cash, it causes a little fear in my heart. Okay, so every transaction we have to source the money, the funds that will be used for closing throughout the process. Why? Why is it such a big deal to know where all of this money comes from? Well, we have to prove without a doubt that the money is not coming from the seller. Okay, that could get everyone in a lot of big trouble. So cash can be dealt with. Every loan program has their own way of handling things. But if you do have real cash under your mattress that you've been hiding, please talk to your mortgage professional before you do anything with it. So that's my contribution. What do you guys got?
Ladies first, Crystal.
Okay.
Okay.
I-
Yes, that sounds perfect. Thanks. Just kidding. Go ahead, Crystal.
So I have 2. One's just kind of funny because you picked dirty words. So a couple of years ago when the government switched how we do closings, they switched the word for closing to consummation. And I refuse to tell somebody that we're consummating at the table. I won't do it. I just can't.
I consummate the office personally.
I mean, as long as it's mutual, right? It's a total mutual consummation.
Mhm.
All right.
That's it's
Why
contractual.
why would that happen? Crystal.
My theory is it's pervy old people that were writing it and they were like, what would be super funny? Consummation. There was no women at that table. I just don't believe it because it just doesn't happen. But that was my
The second one?
One of
the
my
second
favorite
one
reasons
for me that
oh,
I
sorry.
absolutely dread is the word short sale, which I guess is 2 words. We don't see a lot right now, which is so good. But it's a horrible time. The seller is having to come to a closing with money, so they're losing money. It's a drawn out experience for everybody, and it's also heartbreaking. So that's my the one
I
that makes
definitely
you
want to
cringe.
piggyback on that because there is an application question when you're trying to get insurance on a home of whether or not the home is being purchased through short sale or foreclosure. And that can get a little bit hairy on the insurance side. So I agree with you on that one, Crystal. No one wants to hear short sale. That's hideous and so dirty.
Right. Well, can I go next? Because we didn't plan it like that. Wait, was there something else you're going to say?
No, dirty bird, go next.
Okay. Thanks for that. How can your daughter say you're not funny? Anyways, there is a term that people come to me with because they were on Zillow and it says pre-foreclosure. And they're like, whoop, this says it's worth $20,000. We're going to get a $180,000 deal on this. And all pre-foreclosure means is not for sale. It's not for sale. If it were for sale, it'd say for sale. It's not for sale. And what pre-foreclosure really means is that somebody's in a tough situation, like Crystal just said, a short sale. And that means that they are trying to sell their home, or if short sale means they're trying to sell their home, pre-foreclosure, they haven't even gotten that far. Like lis pendens is this Latin term, which means you're in trouble. And they hand you the paper and say, you haven't been paying on your home. The bank says they're going to take it. So that is what Zillow calls pre-foreclosure, and it means you're wasting your time and that I will actually help you find a place that's what you're looking for.
I dig it. I dig it. So my dirty word today is credit. And normally that goes with poor credit. So a lot of insurance companies are now starting to run a insurance score or a soft credit check. It's not going to ding your credit score, but they are looking at your claims history and also your credit score. And I've seen premiums increase substantially after I've already quoted them. And it kind of makes me look like a dirtbag liar. And I don't want to go that route. So be cognizant of when you get insurance rate. It's very similar to like when you go online and you're trying to find auto insurance and you're like, man, I'm going to get a policy that's half the price of what I'm paying now. It's not always the case. You have to run reports, you have to run an NPR. Very similar in the homeowners world where they're going to run reports and you could see your premium increase. So don't hate your insurance agent if that happens.
Hate the game.
Yep. Don't hate the insurance agent, hate the game.
So I have a question actually. So I'm sitting here and I am not a real estate professional in particular, right? Actually working with you guys is like the first foray into real estate work, if you will, that I've ever had. Rent, don't own a house or anything. For Kristen, especially. So if you can speak about this, someone who does have maybe a lot of cash lying around, like what would you recommend if they are looking to buy in the next couple years, you know, or something like that? What's a good recommendation? Because I'm sure there's other people, you know, in the same kind of position.
Sure. So when people have cash, that in and of itself is not a huge red flag, but how we deal with it is important. So if you know that you are considering a home purchase, you know, in the coming months, I would say, you know, at that point you have time. Put the money in the bank. All right. Let it sit there.
Slowly put that money in the bank.
Always put the money in the bank.
So I actually don't mind talking about this, Kristen, and we can use my whole situation as an example of this. Is when I bought this house that I'm in right now, Kristen was my lender and Loyal was my realtor. So I had a substantial down payment because I had just sold my grandma's house down in Port St. Lucie. So what Kristen and the great advice that she gave me was, hey, keep a paper trail of everything that you're doing with this money. We just have to make sure that we can follow how it came into your possession and what happened to it right there. So I actually used one of our excellent financial advisors in our marketing group, Catherine Lancaster. She put it into an Edward Jones account, and we were able to show how we got this money, where it came from, and the closing went on without a hitch.
Awesome. Really good info. Really good info.
From my side, I've seen on purchases or sales. So a lot of times if there's not a lender, cash is still not what you're thinking. You cannot show up with a suitcase of money anymore. And your grandma might tell you that that's how she bought her property. We can't do that anymore. I had a closing this past year, and they kept telling us that the lady is a mountain woman. Well, she lives in Florida, so she's not a freaking mountain woman. But they were trying to explain to me that she was off the grid. And so all of her money was just like buried in holes and in mattresses. And so even though we said, don't come in here with a suitcase full of money, she came in here with a suitcase full of money. Wow. And so us as a business, we can't go put $80,000 or $100,000 into our bank account cash. That doesn't look good. And it flags some things.
Next time on Hoarders.
And then one other instance of cash I saw, and this is my last one. And this person did have financing, and she's a dancer. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. Great money.
I'm a great dancer.
But they have a lot of cash. And so if you're not putting that.
That's
I was
like, wait, what?
I wonder if she has a great torchete.
Yeah.
I wonder what her plie is like.
Do ballet dancers get paid in cash now? Like, what?
Maybe.
Hey, good job, wonderful dance. Please.
They have a lot of cash on hand, and they have to be slowly putting that money into the bank. And in this one instance, she didn't know that. Her loan officer, who was not Kristen, the loan officer knew what she did for a living, but hadn't advised her to slowly be putting that money into an account, so that way she would be able to have the sourced funds for closing. And so she had enough money to close, but she couldn't close because they weren't sourced funds. So it's always important, if you're dealing in tips, server, anything like that, and you have a high tip base, a bartender, make sure you're putting that money into an account slowly, so that way you have source funds that you can prove you can buy a house.
And I just like to point out that those kind of dancers have big tips.
Jesus.
5, 6, 7, 8. All right, sorry.
It'll actually work there.
When I upload this to YouTube now, I'm gonna have to put this content is not for children.
Oh no!
You should probably put that anyway, because you don't know what's going to come out of half of our mouths half the time.
You never know.
Talk about financials. Tips.
Tips and finance. Oh wait, hey Kristen, can you actually use the whole, like, we're gonna say dirty words, but can you say like tips and financials in that phrase?
I don't know what you want me to do.
Just be like, now we're gonna talk about tips and financials.
Yeah, and tips would get me off the hook.
Okay.
Anyway.
Is it time for trivia, Alex?
It's trivia time. Yeah, it can be trivia time. No, but that's actually, all joking aside, that is good info, guys. That is good info, because I'm sure there are tons of individuals out there running around with their suitcases of cash, right? And
it
trying to see
happens
what to do with
everywhere,
it.
every street corner.
At the doorsteps of pre-foreclosures.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
but it's really funny though. Have you ever seen like $180,000 in a suitcase? It's probably like
and it's scary.
Two stacks worth.
Okay, are we ready for this week's real estate trivia question?
Yes.
So once again, in case you missed last week for our viewership, we all love trivia here. I especially love trivia, and Zoom trivia is a big one of our offerings we do. So want to bring that in here, real estate trivia. So each week we're asking you guys and our gang seeing what they know rather, right? So let's see if they know this one. shorter question here. Again, let's wait until I'm done with the question until we start yelling things out. Phil's shaking his head because he's
So
an
many
eager
rules.
Eager beaver. So many rules.
This is
Okay.
you just said it was a short question, but yet we're going to take 5 minutes to get to the question.
It's very verbose sometimes. Okay, ready? This 20th century dictator once owned a Hollywood mansion. Who is it?
Castro.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-da. Not Castro. Incorrect. Ooh, no one knows this week.
Hold on.
Hitler?
Which one is it?
Kim Jong-il.
Adolf Hitler. He never actually stepped foot on his estate, but he did purchase a home in 1937. He purchased a home located in the Pacific Palisades.
That's what
In the
that's
Hollywood
what,
Hills.
Crazy.
that's
the
what the
Hollywood
people
Hills.
would want you to think. When he jumped on that U-boat
Never once
escaping, he's living there now.
Maybe go check out the Pacific Palisades and see if you see any funny looking mustaches over there. You know,
No, he
yeah,
shaved that
interesting.
thing off.
1937. Never actually stepped a foot in his estate though. Over here for obvious reasons, right? We don't need to go into that, but I think everyone understands why he never would have made it over here. So, dun. Stay tuned next week for more real estate trivia. Maybe something a little more upbeat next week, right?
No,
Yeah, you
because
went all
I'm just like
dictator and war.
you say things, and I just have this imagination where I'm like thinking of Hitler living in Hollywood, where they're like, "Oh my God, let's go get some tacos down at the taco stand," and Hitler's like, "Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, yeah. Okay, time for some tacos. Okay."
Walking around Beverly Hills just shopping and all the shops.
Yeah. Yeah, like you just imagine Hitler getting out and like driving a Tesla, and like it's hilarious,
Oh,
but
man.
like disturbingly hilarious.
Oh man. So yeah, stay tuned next week for more real estate trivia. Does anyone have any other fun things happening in their lives that they want to share with our viewers? Guys, we have a family now, right? All these people joining the Facebook page and the YouTube channel now as well. Subscriber count is up to I think 4 subscribers. Woo!
Ooh.
Flying up. That's super exciting.
You missed
So
the word 100.
400 million is what I missed. To be
Say
determined.
4 subscribers. Yes, I would like to say thank you to my mom and my dad. That's 2.
I would say one of them is probably my child.
You're not
Got
even
3.
on
Yeah.
Wait.
In
hold
my
on.
defense, I couldn't figure out how to subscribe to it.
Yeah, I will need to ask my
You
son.
click the big red button that says subscribe.
I thought so, but I couldn't find it.
You can
I'm
pay
going
for
there
No,
it.
right.
Go to the channel. I'm just playing with you. It's hidden there sometimes. Yeah, I mean, before we sign off, anyone want to make any announcements, maybe work related, personal related, anything of the sort?
I just want to say that we just now have 5 subscribers.
5 subscribers. That's like what a
20% increase.
50% increase. Yeah.
Her Facebook page looks a little better.
Yes.
Our target market is probably on Facebook more than YouTube.
300 something likes on the Facebook now. That's really flying up there. So that's awesome. You
It is
real
awesome.
estate professionals in your professional networks. Okay, so anyone, open floor. Someone
All
give
right.
me some good news.
I got this. My dad turned 80 this past week, and in my
Hey.
hometown, it's called Bartow. There's about 17,000 people that live there, and he was the publisher of the newspaper for like 40 years. And so I called up a high school friend who's like works for the city or something, and I said, "Hey, could you help us get a few people like that know and love him to come like drive by the house at 4 o'clock and wave, to him out the window?" And she was like, "OMG, Becky!" And she said, I'm contacting the Rotary Club. I'm contacting his church. I'm contacting Chamber of Commerce and the Historical Society. And then she goes, "And what's a parade without lights and sirens?" And no kidding, all of that happened this past Saturday at 4 o'clock in my hometown. And it was awesome. It's on my Facebook page. And this jacket also came from it. My great granddad, who is Sayer Loyal Frisbee II, Lloyd, they messed up on the birth certificate. How hilarious is that? But he kept it going. His son's loyal, my granddad. Anyways, this was his. And he was born in the 1800s. So
Wow,
Oh wow.
I was betrothed it this week.
that's awesome.
You
Love it.
consummated that jacket.
I did.
Oh,
I mean, we could totally do a whole left turn. So let's
that
you already
might
worked.
be
This one is done.
a wrap. Dun, 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 dun. All right, guys. Awesome. Viewership out there. Make sure you follow, like, and subscribe. All the above. Keepin It Real Estate. That's KeePin, because we're cool and hip here. Keepin It Real Estate on Facebook and I almost said Instagram. Not Instagram yet. Maybe one day we'll get there.
Let's say
YouTube.
yeah.
Subscribe, like, all the above. We're going to be posting every single Wednesday, and around 3 p.m. is what we're looking at right now. So
Around 3 p.m.
around 3 just falling out there. All right, enjoy the jam. We'll see y'all next week.